Thank you, Teresa. The markets can be daunting, leaving investors and potential investors with a lot of questions. Here to explain with expert advice is President and CEO of Wilsey Asset Management, Brent Wilsey. Brent, good morning.
Good morning.
You've only been doing this like 40 years.
I have 42 years.
42 years?
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, people are looking at the markets, they don't know what to think, but it's not the time to be, guessing.
It's not the time to be guessing, and a lot of people are now looking for advice from professionals and so forth. One thing I tell people is make sure you use at least they have 14 years experience. And when I say 14 years, why is that significant? Well, 14 years ago was 2008. That means they went through the Great Recession and hopefully learned a lot. I would say at least 14 years, probably more, because right now a lot of questions being asked and need the right answers. Well, you need the experience to do that. Now, there's different professionals you can turn to. The first off would be a broker. Now, you understand how people are paid. A broker is paid by commission. Could be front end, could be back end, could be an ongoing basis that they're being paid on. So understand how they're being paid. Very important to a broker has what's called a suitability requirement. What that means, they could sell you any mutual fund. Could be the worst performing mutual fund, but if it's suitable, that's okay. So understand who you're going to when you talk to a broker at a financial firm.
So you want to work with an advisor or somebody who's working for you, like they make money when you make money?
Yeah, that's one thing that we do talk about. And investment advisors are registered generally with the SEC, and they are on a fee base. They can charge by the hour, but generally most of them are fee based. And what that means is that when you do better, they do better. Also, too, they have a higher standard called a fiduciary. Now, what that means, as opposed to being what's suitable for you, they have to do what is best for you, not what's best for them. So again, they don't have that bias of trying to sell something. They manage money trying to have us both do well, the client and the advisor as well.
Well, think about the people who have their online accounts, and maybe they got $2 or $3 grand invested, and they sit and look, and they'll read the news and go, "Oh, I'm going to buy some of that stock, and I'm going to sell it. It's only $7, $8 a trade, right?" But I mean, there's so much when it comes to good advice. There's so much research. I think we've talked one time that in your shop, Monday is a big research day.
Yeah, Mondays, that's our research day. We spend all Monday going over all the numbers in the portfolios and so forth. And we always tell people before we buy anything at all in the portfolio, it's 10, 15, 20 hours of research. So make sure when somebody tries to sell you something or tell you something, well, how much time did you spend looking at it? Is it right for me and so forth? Another hybrid I want to talk about, another advisor I want to talk about is a hybrid advisor. Now, a hybrid advisor, these are very dangerous because they're a broker and can also be a fiduciary. The problem is you don't know if they are selling you a product or if they're being an advisor now, and they have that suitability, or is it the fiduciary? Right. So I hate the hybrid advisors because you just don't know as a client what capacity they are. And unfortunately, there's about 700,000 advisors across the country. 44% are hybrid advisors. It's a great thing for the advisor, but I think the consumer gets confused by it. I don't like the hybrid advisor.
Well, it seems to me like if I would like to work with somebody who's got their money. They've been putting their money where their mouth is.
Yes.
They say invest in this because I'm doing it too.
Yes.
And everybody wins.
It's funny, that's how I started doing my business like back in the 90s was, well, gee, if I'm buying XYZ for me, it's good, should be good for everybody as well. So my own portfolio is invested the same as my clients. About 90% of my net worth is invested in our portfolio. So I tell people the same thing. Ask what they're doing. If they say, well, my situation is different, ask why is it different? We both want to make money, don't we?
Yeah.
So why would it be different? And the other thing, too, I want to clear the out too on a CFP, Certified Financial Planner. They're also out there. Now, they could be a fee base, they could sell by commission. You want to ask how they're getting paid. And also, too, many times a CFP acts more as an advisor than a financial planner. And that's what they're supposed to be, as a financial planner. Financial planner will look at the estate taxes, look at the income taxes, look at the cash flow, look at your insurance needs. That's what a true financial planner does, is sits down and listens to what your needs are and puts them back to say, okay, this is how we can a good financial plan for you, not try to sell you some hot mutual fund or some hot stock.
Okay, you don't have any seminars coming up, but there is a wealth of information on your website. You have a newsletter that would benefit people too.
Yeah, the newsletter, people love the newsletter. It goes out every Friday afternoon, has a lot of different information, many times current. We talk about the jobs report that came out on Friday. We talk about a lot of different things to help make people smarter, and very important, also hopefully reduce their emotions about the craziness going on right now with inflation and the economy and the recession. fashion, we try to put things out every week that really says, here it is. And again, it's not a long newsletter. It probably takes 3 to 4 minutes to read. A lot of information very quickly for people.
That would be very advantageous for the aforementioned online traders who are doing it in their kitchen. Yeah.
Right. And again, that is at our website, smartinvesting2000.com.
All right. Brent Wilsey from Wilsey Asset Management. Thanks, Brent. Appreciate
You're welcome.
it.